Hi guys, this is Godzilla Fan 8889, and today we're going to be doing a review of an add-on that was recently updated on MCPE DL. It's a remake of a well-known Java mod. It is the Orespawn Resurgence add-on by Legit Dragon Boy. So, as I said, it's a remake of the popular Java mod Orespawn. It adds in several mobs and weapons and armor from the add-on. It's recently been updated and added a lot of new cool stuff, so we're going to be going over everything in this review. You can see the landscape is very damaged. There's a lot of craters and ice around. You'll see why soon. So first we're going to look over all of the items, specifically the armor and weapons. So I'm just going to bring them all out. So yeah, in the latest update, Legit Dragon Boy included a lot of armor and a few weapons. So I'm gonna test them all on a T-Rex. So there are really powerful weapons included in this mod. So here they are. We have the Royal Guardian Sword, and by the way, these all have 3D models and they look really awesome. This is the Royal Guardian Sword. It's the most powerful weapon in this add-on so far. It's a giant sword. It's dropped by the king, and it deals a crap ton of damage to your enemies. Okay, I'm gonna test it on the T-Rex. Almost dead. Almost dead. So it's the most powerful one. So that's how much damage it did to the T-Rex. And now we're gonna try the Queen Battle Axe, the second most powerful one. This drops from the Queen. And to look at that sick model, I really love all of the models included in this add-on. They look really cool. Okay, this didn't do as much damage, but still definitely a lot. This is dropped from the Queen, as you can guess. And yes, like I said, like I keep saying, all of these weapons have 3D models. So now we're going to go over Big Bertha / the Slice Sword. So Big Bertha is crafted from a lot of drops from mob bosses. And if you're wondering what Slice is, since I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't know what it is, it's just a retextured version you can make in Orespawn of Big Bertha. However, it looks kind of boring. It's still pretty cool, but it's just a great sword. But Big Bertha has a lot of like decorations on it. No offense to They Call Me Danger. They Call Me Danger's original creator. Wait, I think the Slice Sword did even less damage than Big Bertha, or did it? No, it does equal amounts of damage, because Slice is just a retexture of Big Bertha. It's still a really cool sword, though. It's really big. And now we're going to go over, arguably, one of my favorite weapons. Why did I say arguably? The Attitude Adjuster. It's a giant spiked mallet. Look at that model. I know it's kind of glitched in my, the puppet thing here. I forgot what it's called. But it looks so awesome. And yup, that's its special ability. When you hit things, or you hit the ground, it creates a giant explosion, which is why there are a lot of craters here. So I'm gonna try it on this T-Rex. It doesn't do damage as the other weapons, but it's still really cool. It does launch you into the air though, but if you have good armor, you're gonna be able to survive. That was awesome. So those are all the weapons. Now let's go over the armor. And the armor gives you some really cool effects, and it makes you very, very hard to kill. So first you have the Mobzilla Scale armor, which you can craft with Mobzilla Scales, presumably. I'm gonna put it on right now, and it gives you Resistance 6. That might not seem like a lot, but later when I try to fight the mobs with this armor on, you'll see that it is very tough. But that's the only effect it gives, but it looks really cool. Legit Dragon Boy had all of the models of like the weapons and the armor and even the mobs. He textured them from scratch and made them look exactly like their PC counterparts. It's really cool. Legit Dragon Boy is a very great add-on creator. So yeah, it gives you resistance. That's the Mobzilla Scale armor. Now I'm gonna put on the Queen Scale armor, which I think is the second toughest, or I think it's the best armor in the game. So this is the Queen Scale armor. You put it on. It drops from the Queen, obviously. You can craft it from Queen Scales, which drop from the Queen. And not only does it give you resistance, it also gives you slow falling, which is pretty cool. And of course, the perfect pairing is the Queen Battle Axe. Look at that first person swinging animation. It looks really cool. I know that's how the sword swing works, but it looks really awesome in first person as well. So that's the Queen Scale armor. And now we're going to go on to the Royal Guardian armor. It also gives you resistance 6 and slow falling. But I think the Queen Scale armor is a better armor because it gives you extra hearts. Like, I'm going to go in survival right now so that you can see. So, the Royal Guardian armor gives you 2 rows of hearts. This one gives you 2 rows plus 2 extra hearts. So, it's slightly better than the Royal Guardian armor. This is the Queen Scale armor that I just wore. And this is the Mobzilla Scale armor. It doesn't give you 2 rows, and it doesn't give you effects, but it's still really tough, as you will see later. So I'm just going to put those aside. Now we're just going to go over a brief overview of the items. So, you have a lot of items. You have the Kraken Tooth. Actually, the Kraken is not in this add-on yet. I think Legit's probably just gonna include it in a future update, but for now, you have this. You have the Moth Scale, which drops from Mothra. T-Rex Tooth drops from, obviously the T-Rex. Queen Scale, you can already guess. Mobzilla Scale drops from Mobzilla. And the Basilisk Scale drops from the Basilisk. So those are all the drops from the mobs so far. I know Legit Dragon Boy will probably add a lot more as he adds more mobs. So now, let's move on to the mobs themselves. I have a giant chest full of them. That is a lot of mobs. So first we're going to go over the peaceful mobs. Let's start with some simple ones. We have the Cliff Racer, the Beaver, and the Baryonyx. So the Cliff Racer does not really do anything. It doesn't drop anything either. I'm just gonna hit one Royal Guardian Sword. Sorry. Okay, it does drop a few things, but it's not any specific item from Orespawn. This one dropped nothing as well. So, yeah, that's the Cliff Racer. It does nothing except just fly around and look cool. Now we have a pretty interesting one. We have the Beaver. And the Beaver's special ability is that it can break blocks. So this is specifically wooden blocks. So I'm just gonna surround him with some logs and some planks. Yes, he can also break planks, so be careful if you put him near a wooden structure. He's probably gonna break it. So I'm just gonna spawn a few in here. There we go. They're already digging through the wood, and one of them already escaped. So yeah, they can break wood. I think I turned off Do Mob Loot because I didn't want the explosions and stuff to spawn a lot of dropped items, but it will drop wood when they break it. So they're ideal if you want to collect some wood in trees and you want to do it more efficiently. And I just did a /kill command. So yeah, they drop pork. So now we're going to move on to the Baryonyx. So the Baryonyx is pretty interesting because he looks pretty scary, and he will attack you when you hit him. But the thing is, he does no damage at all. That's so weird. I'm not wearing any armor right now. I don't have any status effects. He's literally doing no damage to me. Yeah, even though he tries to be scary, he's not really. But he is neutral, so you can just leave him alone. He drops beef, though. So yeah, that's the Baryonyx. Pretty interesting mob. He looks really cool as well. Sorry, I didn't script this, so I do sound awkward at certain points. I apologize for that. So now we're gonna look over the moths and their plants. The moths and the butterflies, I mean. So we have the moth, the butterfly, and their respective plants. So moths, just like the Cliff Racers, they don't do anything except just fly around and look beautiful. There are different types of each one. There are different colorings, may I say. Different variants, that's the word. Again, they just fly around. Unlike the Cliff Racers, they don't really drop anything. So they're just something you can look at and admire. And they also have plants, and these plants spawn more moths and butterflies. However, be careful. They spawn, especially the moth plants, really spawn a lot of moths, so they might end up start lagging your game if there are too many. When I tried to record, the first time I tried to record a review of this, that happened. There were so many spawning because of the plants that my game started lagging, but it's okay. I can just use the /kill command. So those are the mods and the butterflies. Yeah, this is basically just like a classic review of Orespawn you might have seen from people like popular MMOs who I am a big fan of. He is a pretty cool dude. So now we have the 3 cows. We have the apple cow, the golden apple cow, and the enchanted golden apple cow. There's not really much to them except for their different drops and their pretty cool looking textures. They just behave like normal cows, but when you kill them, not only will they drop the usual cow drops, they'll also drop their respective apple types. So we dropped a normal apple, dropped a golden apple, and this one drops legendary enchanted golden apple. They drop 1 each, but I have before been able to get them to drop 2. I think if you like do that, just do the jump attack. Yeah, I think I see 2 apples, but I could be wrong. No, I only dropped 1. I'm not really interested in the rest of their loot. It's just normal cow loot, but the main thing is they drop golden apples, normal apples, or enchanted apples. So really cool. If you want to get a couple of especially golden apples or enchanted apples, just kill a couple of these cows, which kind of sounds wrong.